get the recording started. Hello, everybody. How are you? How's everybody doing? All right. Well, hello. Hello, Facebook. Hello, phone community. Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Wednesday, ready to rock and roll and start talking about things. I'm not loving, look at this little headset. It goes over my head, and then my hair looks kind of silly. But as you come in, say hi. I love seeing everybody here. Hello, Miss Paula. Welcome, everybody. I am so excited to talk to you today about pictures. Hello, Miss Roberta. Hello, Barbara. Hello, everybody on the phone. So happy that you're here. Hi, Kay. Hello, New York. Hello, Brazil. Hello, Seattle. Hi, Lori. Great to see you. So let's get started here, everyone. Hi, Miss Kathy. Nice to see you. So let me ask you, how many of you just love the way you look in pictures right now? How many of you are like, take more of them, please? I want as many pictures of me as humanly possible. Is that you? And if it's you, God love you. That is awesome. Good. You should love getting your picture taken. And how many of you you see yourself in pictures and you go, oh my God, what has happened to my body, to my life? You avoid pictures. You want to be the picture taker. You never want to be in pictures. How many of you are doing that? Where you're just like, I hate seeing myself in pictures. Yeah, a bunch of you are not. I'm horrified. Yeah. But then let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. How many of you have seen pictures of yourself where you, in that moment, you were like, ugh, I hate the way I look. But then you see yourself and you're like, I look pretty good then. I was looking great. How many of you have done that as well? Where you see pictures of yourself from the past, from a long time ago, at your kiddo's birthday, or when you were younger, and you go, oh my God, I hated the way I looked, but I looked so good. I was so cute. I was thin. So there's something wrong in our view and our mind when we look at pictures of ourselves. Because if I could have $1 for everybody who's told me, when I look back and I see myself in pictures, I looked good. I felt good. I can't believe how much I hated myself and thought I didn't look good, but I looked so attractive. I looked so cute. Yes, Jen, like I looked so cute back then. But we didn't appreciate it. We didn't like it. We didn't see it. And so we've gotten in this programming, the mental programming habit of telling ourselves over and over and over again that there is something wrong with the way we look now. And then if we give ourselves space from it, sometimes even a year or 6 months or a few weeks, and we look back and we go, oh, that picture's kind of cute of me. Oh, I don't look so bad. But we have this programming that's saying, I hate the way I look. I hate the way I look. I hate the way I look. I'm uncomfortable. I'm embarrassed. I don't like the way I look. And we're walking around every single day. And if you're walking around every single day, ooh, I look very out of focus. Sorry. If you're walking around every single day saying to yourself, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way that I look. It's not okay. And that conditioning becomes the way it is. And so whether that was you looking back at pictures of you when you were, you feeling that way when you were 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 or 60, I don't care when that conditioning started, but that conditioning is still playing out. And so does the conditioning of I don't like the way I look, is that conditioning going to reinforce you wanting to take really good care of yourself? Is that really inspiring and motivating to you to go, oh yes, I'm going to just delight in taking care of myself now? when in the background, you're having a whole conversation and a whole song and dance inside your mind saying that you don't like the way you look, you don't like the way you feel, you don't like what's happening inside of your body, inside of your mind. Of course not. That's never going to predict a positive, powerful outcome when the background conversation inside of your head is gotten used to and has been programmed to say really mean, cruel things about yourself. So we need to knock that off. It's not helping you. It's not serving you. So what do we start to do? What's the plan? What do we do? Just hop in front of photographs and get in front of the camera? Well, the next time you see a picture of yourself, I want you to send love and compassion to that picture. Know that that person in that picture, that you that's standing in front of you, is beautiful, is powerful, is deserving of love, is deserving of compassion, is an amazing mom or grandma or aunt, wife, partner, that you are fantastic, that part of you, that you standing in front of you, when you see those pictures, give yourself some compassion. Let's start reprogramming your brain to start creating a new result for you. Because if the result all day long is telling you, and if the programming behind the scenes is telling you that you're not enough, you don't look pretty enough, you need to lose weight, you're an embarrassment, your body isn't good enough, then by the end of the day, are you exhausted? That's why at 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 at night, you guys are turning to food because you're exhausted. You're exhausted with what you've told yourself all day long. And so the conversation needs to look different. The conversation inside of your head needs to be different. And so the conversation that I want all of you having is, that's just a thought. That's just a thought I'm having. When you say, oh my God, I look terrible right now. That's just a thought I'm having. Because here's the thing. Somebody could look at that picture of you and the picture that you hate so much and look at it and go, you look amazing. You look fantastic. I don't even notice what you're talking about. You're beautiful. And another person would say the same thing. So that picture is neutral. It's the meaning that you're attaching to your pictures, to your images, to how you look, that's actually being generated as a result and as a reality and as a feeling inside of you, right? You look at it and you go, oh, that breaks my heart to see how I look. And then you start changing it. And how do you start changing the way you look? By first giving compassion to any image you see that you don't like. Start being kinder to that image. Start being kind to that you. You're amazing. You're going to look at your pictures and go, you know what? I'm awesome. I've had quite a life. I've done this. I've done that. The only thing you're looking at is your body size versus all the amazingness that goes into that picture, into the you. And when you notice these thoughts that come up, that's just a thought. Here's a thought I'm having about that. It's not true. I'm going to let it go. And then we need to start looking at, is that thought true? Is the thought, I look disgusting, is that true? Is the thought, I've just totally given up on myself, is that true? And you go, well, actually, no, I'm dressed today and I brushed my teeth and I made my bed and I took my kids to school, or I got up and did something sweet for my family. No, I haven't given up on myself. That actually isn't true. There's many ways in which I'm still taking care of myself. And so your job this week is to really start listening to the inner dialogue that you're having in your head. To listen to the programming. And here's one of the things that I want to bring up today. One of the things that I want to bring up is the fact that some of you, when you say words and phrases, are still beating yourself up in that phrase and comment. And here's what I mean by this. Some of you have phrases and thoughts that are things like, I so deserve to feel and look my best. But underneath you saying, I so feel good, or I should feel good, or whatever it is, you're still beating yourself up. You're still seeing and saying what you don't like about yourself. So an example would be like, yeah, I deserve to really take care of my body. Right? You can say that, but underneath some of that words and those phrases, the feeling underneath it is, God, my body does not look good, so I have to change it. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the subtleness of this? That some of these well-intended words, the feeling underneath the well-intended words are still beating you up. And then you go, God, why am I not getting results? Because I keep telling myself that, I really should be changing. I should look different. I really am feeling empowered to make a difference in my body and my weight and what I want to do. But when we carefully examine what is actually going on under the surface, and I've seen this lately with a few of my clients, and I'm like, this is why. You're still beating yourself up. You're still doing that to yourself. And that isn't working. Harley, stop. Harley. And that's a concern for me. I'm concerned that you are taking yourself further out of the game versus finding the love, finding the compassion, finding what it is that you actually genuinely, like a genuine compliment for yourself. So how do we start to genuinely start to have these compliments for ourselves? One is we start to neutralize those thoughts. We start to neutralize what it is that we're actually saying. So it's like, you know what? I see that I don't love myself in that picture. I see that I'm judging myself right now in that picture. And I'm not making myself wrong for that. I just see that that's judgment. And I see that I also I look at that picture and I go, wow, that's also a mom or a grandmother or somebody who's really stepping in to her power, who's really had and overcome so much, who's really had quite a year. And see, we just start to send and neutralize that. We start to go from, it's not a negative anymore. We're not saying that we're bad. We're just starting to neutralize the statement, the feeling. We're bringing it up a little bit by neutralizing it. Not going into love yet. Some of you are able to do that. You can easily neutralize and you're ready to go into more the like. And then once you like, you can go into the love. But first, we're just going to have compassion for ourselves. I want you to have compassion for you. Have compassion for the amazing you that is doing so much to take care of yourself, to take care of you, to honor your body, to try all of this out, to be here today, to show up. Let's have compassion for that person. Okay? So, hi, Penny. So happy you're here. Hi, Miss Jen. Hi, Miss Lizzie. Hi, Kate. I love seeing all of you. Hi, everybody. Hi, Janie. Just want to do a shout out to all of you. Thanks for being here. I love seeing you. So we're talking today about pictures and about what we say to ourselves and how sometimes what we say to ourselves looks like a compliment and it seems kind of nice, but it's actually another form of putting ourselves down. And the weight of that all day long. And then we wonder why late at night we don't give a crap anymore about the way we look or the way we feel, or we give in. And then you go, why am I doing this? Why do I keep cycling through this every day? I'm telling myself things are going to be different. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Well, how much is going on underneath the surface of your life? What's going on in here that's playing all day long inside of your mind? Are they words that support or neutralize or and give you like hope and joy and confidence? Or are they words that just bring you down because they make you feel like you're not enough? You don't look good enough. You're not doing enough for your body. You're not doing enough for your mind. You're not doing enough for your weight. You're not doing enough. All of that's so heavy. So I want to encourage all of you to begin the journey of starting to neutralize your thoughts by starting to say yes, and that is what I'm thinking. So let's say I saw myself in a picture and I was like, oh God, that's awful. I'd be like, and that's just what I'm thinking right now. You see how that just kind of like lets it go and allows me to just kind of leave that thought there, not beat myself up anymore, not go into, oh my God, but you look so good. Not going into anything fake or phony, but going into that place where it's like, and that's just what I'm thinking right now. And you could then, the next step is saying, and I choose to think, and there's got to be a genuine, real compliment. I choose to think that I am an amazing human that deserves so much love and compassion right now. Imagine what would happen if you would say that all day long. What would happen inside of your life? Let me know. What would happen if you started to look at those thoughts inside of your day, inside of your mind that you're saying, and those thoughts that are coming out as like, oh, I'm really good. I really deserve this. But really you're underneath going boom, 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 beating yourself up. What would happen to your life? How would you feel at the end of the day? There's no question in my mind that you would feel lighter. You would feel deserving of making different choices. You would feel happier in your skin and inside of you. You would be guiding yourself and moving more towards the body you want to have, the mind you want to have. Okay? So let's try that on this week. Let's try neutralizing the negative and giving yourself some thoughts and beliefs that are actually supporting you instead of these big rubs that are like, yeah. You really deserve to get out of your own way. Not helpful. Because all your brain hears is you're in your way. Get in your way. Doesn't help. So what questions do you all have? What questions do you have to me about how are you getting in your own way? How are you standing in your way each week or every day that's not supporting you, that I can help you through, that I can walk you through and I can answer? All you have to do is in the comment section, just write out a question. I'm happy to answer any question that you might have. Because this is the stuff I love. Hi, Miss Eva. So good to see you. I would finally feel that I'm good and that I have been through a lot, but I don't have to go forward feeling that way. Yeah, you've been through a lot. And you could go through a lot feeling and looking amazing in your skin. You can look at pictures of yourself and go, you know what? That's an amazing person right there. That's an amazing human in front of me. I'm so proud of that person who's come into this world and done so many things. Roberta, you said, oh, you're absolutely right. Only when I started to truly love myself and be kind to me, I started to lose weight. Yeah. And so what did you have to think about yourself? How did you start coming to that love for yourself? Typically it comes from words and images. We start to say things. We start to neutralize the old, the ugly, the negative thoughts. We start to it's like, imagine that we're just kind of picking flowers and we notice, ooh, that's a flower that needs to be dusted off right there and cleaned up so it can get shined up and put in my vase. Ooh, that's another thought. That flower needs to be cleaned off and scrubbed up a little bit, and I'll put that in my vase today. And if you start to clean up these thoughts and neutralize them and make it easy for you to see that they're just thoughts. They are not you. They are thoughts that you've conditioned over and over and over and over. Thoughts that you've programmed over and over again, and they are not you. They are just beliefs that you attach meaning to. If we let go of the meaning and release the meaning and just dust those little flowers off, we have this beautiful vase at the end of the day that's shining brighter. I'd much rather you, and I say this all the time to all of you, and those of you in my inner circle, I say it all the time. I'd much rather you spend the time and feel tired at the end of the day by saying nice, kind, loving thoughts and beliefs and working hard that way, than at the end of the day feeling like you've been beaten down by your own beliefs and thoughts about your body and what you deserve and how big you are and how weight loss is hard or any of that. Okay? Roberta, you said, I just listened to you. Seriously, I started to notice all the things I accomplished in my life and created my vision, yes, with your help, to where I want to be. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for that testimonial. I so appreciate it. Yes, this works, this works, this works. Silly question, but should I put notes to myself like on my calendar or office wall with positive phrases? Would that help me learn to even like myself? Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's how I always come. The place I always come from is, what do you want to think about yourself? What's believable for you to think about yourself right now? And from that place, you can write out your thoughts. What do you want to believe? Because here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want you to put a thought out there like, I look amazing in my skin. And every single time you walk by it, you shudder. You're like, no, I don't. And you have this fight. I'd much rather you have so the statements that you write out, everybody, need to be present and believable. So I'm in the process of loving my body. I'm in the process of creating a beautiful relationship with my mind and my body. I'm in the process of seeing all the beauty that stands before me. I'm in the process, because in the process, most of us can get around, right? We can think and go, oh yeah, I am in the process. Yeah. Or I'm creating the belief that I can have an amazing, beautiful body. I'm creating the belief that I deserve to honor my body and eat when I'm hungry and stop when I'm satisfied. Right? Those are all the beautiful, beautiful things that you can start doing to help support your mind to become who you want to be. See, when we're fighting inside of ourselves, we get so drained that all of a sudden chocolate, that's the thing we want. Because guess what that chocolate does? It numbs you out. And for just a moment, you are numbing out, not thinking, not dealing, not having to think about your thoughts. Think about all the hard beliefs, all the ways that you're insufficient and not good enough. But if we lighten the load a little bit, if we can lighten the load, then all of a sudden we have this lightness. So I'm in the process. I'm creating. And then again, we want to neutralize when we start looking at those, we start saying those things. I can't, I shouldn't have that cake. And then you have this fight. Do you ever do this? You say, I shouldn't have that cake, but inside you're going, I want the cake, I want the cake, I want the cake. There's a fight, and it's exhausting having that fight. And so all you have to do is go, am I hungry? Would this work really well? So if you're not hungry, you go, I'm not going to have the cake because I'm not hungry. And if you're hungry, you say, okay, I'm going to have this cake and I'm going to have something else. Or you can always say, is this cake going to work really well for my body? We don't want to make cake or food wrong. It's our attachment emotionally and mentally to the food that's not serving us, that it's making the cake bigger than it actually is. Because the cake is okay. But our attachment to the cake is what actually makes the cake so hard to move away from. Oh, but it's so good. I might not ever have it again. When was the last time I had cake? Oh my God, I've been so good today. I should really have the cake. All of that conversation is the conversation that makes the cake this now amazing thing when it's actually just cake. And so it's our attachment to it. And so the more we can release the attachment by not going and having this huge conversation about the cake, about what it means, about how grand it is, and we just neutralize it. We're like, it's just cake. Am I hungry for it? Is this going to make me really feel and look my best? Then all of a sudden, from that place, you go, yeah, I can have it, or I can leave it. I don't know. But we're not going to make you wrong for having it or cake wrong for what it is. It's just cake. Do you see? You see the difference of our attachment and how we attach? And it's like we're pulling off our fingers from all of this food and relaxing our mind around all of this by neutralizing our thoughts. Love it. Roberta, I used to eat cake and sweets only after a meal. Now, a lot of times the cake is my meal. I love it. And I've talked to you about that. Like, have cake as the meal. Because how often are you saying things like, well, I'm going to have this whole meal and then I'm going to eat my cake? Instead of just have the cake. Just have the cake. And then you go, that was my meal and that tasted really good. Great, move on. I love that. That makes me so happy. And then you don't make yourself wrong about it. You don't have to have a whole story about having cake for lunch. It was the only thing you had. You were hungry for it. You ate cake, move on. And then notice, did that make you feel good? Or were you like, oh my God, I want to die today after having that cake. I'm so tired. And then that's information for you. And you can adjust thereafter. I love that, Jen. I can do that. I can be in the process of not performing numbing out behavior. Beautifully stated. I'm in the process. And when you say the positive thought and hear the negative, you can say, I give this negative thought now power. The truth is that I'm in the process of. Love it, Kate. Beautiful, you guys. Really, really, really. And I love, Greta, you saying, how can I water the powerful feeling? Ooh, that's so good. Excellent. Excellent, everybody. So I want you to all just to be in, it's like you're just little flower pickers of your thoughts, and you're just noticing which need to be dusted off and put in the vase, which are wonderful that can go straight in, which are kind of dying and you don't want to have in there, and you're going to let those go. So that by the end of the day, just imagine having this beautiful bouquet of flowers that you smell, that give you energy, that give you joy, that give you the life that you want in the body you want. You just look at that bouquet and go, look at what I created. I created beauty in my thoughts today. I created a bouquet of beauty. And when you create a bouquet of beauty at the end of the day, guess what? You feel better. You go, you know what? I think I'm good. I don't think I want to have late night snacking tonight. You know what? I'm good. I don't want to turn to food and numb out tonight. I'm going to sit with my water. I'm going to grab some tea. I'm going to have some lemon water. I'm going to enjoy this TV, or I'm going to go read a book. I'm just going to delight in my evening as my thinner, lighter, joyful me that I'm creating and I'm proud to create. And so I want to encourage you to take this in. Allow this to really sink into your cells, sink into your body. And if metaphors and visuals are really helpful, enjoy the metaphor and the visual of a vase full of flowers. You don't want to just have one flower for the day that's kind of dying, right? That's like a thought that you're like, that was a kind of a good thought today. It's like kind of dying. You want to have a whole bouquet, a whole vase full of flowers that you breathe in, that you look at, that's beautiful. And that's what we can do with our brain. We can just give these flowers of our brain beauty And all we have to do is just dust off. Just dust off the flowers that aren't serving you. Dust off the thoughts that are no longer serving you. Create a way for that thought to actually benefit you and your life and your body. And just know that some of those thoughts that look like compliments are not. They seem like compliments, but I want you to look at them and really look and go, wait, was that a compliment? Or was that just a dig disguised as a compliment, but it's actually a big dig? And if that's what's been happening, it's like you've kind of elevated. You're like, oh, I no longer say I'm awful, but I go, you really should be getting on your game. It's just another way that beats you up. And then you say, well, wait a second. I am in the moment right now on my game, and that feels good. And that feels good for my body now. And I'm taking action today. And I'm moving closer to my goals. So watch for any of those sneaky little thoughts that come in. Sneaky little thoughts that come in and tell you, that kind of give you that inner middle finger, right? It's like, oh, you're kind of like great, but really, no. Right? Watch those because they're there and they'll show up. And I think it's important for all of you to be aware of, wow, why am I not seeing as quicker results? Or why am I not getting the results I want? Well, you know what? Because underneath the surface, you've got too much going on that's negative. So let's start neutralizing it and then we bring it up into the positive. Okay? Now, don't forget, tomorrow, for those of you who are new to me and have not taken the 30-day challenge and would like to, the 30-day challenge doors open tomorrow. I have a lot of work for tomorrow. So I'm very excited for all of you who are going to be joining me. The results are crazy insane. Many people in here started their journey doing the 30-day challenge and have lost lots and lots of weight since. They were scared. They were skeptical. They didn't know me from Adam. They were like, who are you? What are you going to do to me? Is this going to be hard? And now they're my best buddies ever. Like now they're part of my community, part of my life every single day. So I want you to know that it's a huge, wonderful opportunity. Doors open at 9 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'll send you an email, but you have to be on the wait list. You have to be on the wait list for tomorrow. For those of you who want to repeat, if you want to repeat, you will get a special discount link, not tomorrow, but on Friday. On Friday, you will get that. Okay, so you get a special, there's a different link. Once you've taken the 30-day challenge, then you get to join me again at a special rate. Okay, at a discounted rate. So that comes out, but that is not for those of you who've already taken it. It's for those of you who want to repeat it. Okay, it's true. Even Kate said, it's true. I was scared to do the 30-day challenge. It made a big difference in my relationship with food, is what I'm hoping that you say. With food, your body, you are a different human, Miss Kate, and it's been just a total joy to have you and watch you and see the shifts. And it's been the most fun for me. For those of you who didn't catch my podcast yesterday, I kind of just shared a little bit more of the emotional side of things and how I got into doing even the 30-day challenge and why that came up and how magnificent it's been for my life and it's meant so much to do the challenge that it goes beyond just, I'm doing a challenge, guys. Here we go. It's actually it's meant so much to me. So that is a podcast you should listen to because it's so meaningful, this challenge, because of what has occurred out of the challenge for so many people, dropping 5, 10, now 20, 40, 60 pounds later since our first one in January. It's been so awesome. Jen, so what happens? If you're on the wait list, here's what happens. I email you and I go, here's the link to join. You join. You go, yep, you join. And then come the 19th of October, Monday, the 19th of October, we go live. That's the first day of the challenge is October 19th. And that's where we go live. And I think I'm going to really incorporate from some of your comments before, I'm going to incorporate Zoom and Facebook Lives. So that I get to know you guys more and see you more. And we're going to go live. And then you get your first email with your first challenge. And you also get a lot of live trainings with me every single week for 30 days. Yeah, there's a lot of interaction. There's a lot I give. And it is such a cool challenge. So if you haven't taken it, it will get you results. If you're involved, it will get you results. If you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I took that challenge, clearly you're not going to get results. But if you're engaged in that challenge, you will get results. I have no doubt. It is so cool. So I hope you'll be able to join us. Thank you, Miss Lizzie. And I'll see all of you, hopefully, in one capacity or another. I'll see all of you either in the inner circle. I'll see all of you on the challenge. We'll be doing stuff together. So here's what I want you to know. For this week, what are you going to do? Neutralize your thoughts. Pick them that don't work for you, dust them off and say something nicer, kinder. Neutralize them and then start moving your thoughts up the level of kind, like, love. Okay? We just start moving them up. Okay? So notice your thoughts. Notice how they're not serving you or serving you. When they serve you, go, ooh, that was a really nice thought. Good job, me. That was really good. That supported me losing weight. Nice job. And then those that don't. So, wow, that was really mean. What's a different way I could say that? That was just something I was thinking. Here's a different way that I could say that in a different way. Here's a way I want to up-level that thought. Okay? All right, everybody. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I'll talk to all of you soon. Bye, everybody.